And we're live. Time to send out ye old notifications. And hopefully they won't be slow this time around. Anyways, I'm your host, Get Good Fox. That's right, Commander Fox of Ronin Fox Armored Security. That's a lot of foxes. But we are here to play MechWarrior 5 with the mechs that you voted for. This is the second season of it as well. And, yeah, we're going to be picking up where we left off in just a minute or two. I'm joined, as usual, by my co-host, Dr. Sheriff Crab. How are things going for you?
Partially joined. I still need an invite, but I am doing.
Oh, God.
Pretty,
well, you know what?
pretty...
They can't. No, nobody can see anything.
That's true. I mean, I don't need an invite.
I made a mistake.
I'm definitely there. I'm obviously there.
I made a mistake.
What did you do?
The remove friend is right next to the invite.
Yes, it is. Do you want my code again?
Yes, you'll have to send me your code.
Okay. One. Oh my God, that's so long.
It's like, why don't they have? They should have like a confirm. Like if you click remove, there should be like a way to confirm.
Give me one.
Because like the buttons are literally right next to each other. They're literally like side by side.
I'm pretty sure well, actually, I lost all mine whenever my hard drive died. Okay, typing.
Okay, then we can
God,
like get my jank ass show back on its feet.
I think that's it.
Well, we're about to find out. Let me see. Search.
I'm dyslexic though, so.
That was not it, I'm afraid.
Really?
I mean, it says. I mean, you should be able to copy code to clipboard, like if that's a command. Then you won't have to worry about it.
Is it? Doesn't let me.
Oh, it doesn't let you?
Yeah, I don't know how to do that. That's definitely it, though.
That's it? Are you okay? Well, maybe I just didn't know how to do it correctly. Search contacts. It says no contacts. Wait.
Add contact.
There it is. Found it.
Nice.
Okay, here we go. So, like, okay, it goes invite to game, then remove, then block, then why don't you put remove at the very bottom? So that, like, you wouldn't accidentally... Like, they're like only a few centimeters off of each other.
You know what? Nothing happened. That didn't happen.
Like, they're only like a centimeter off of each other or so. Like, they're very, very close together. Like, it'd be very easy to accidentally click something that you don't want to, but let's go see what's going on down in Chatville. Freddy 4x4 says, Greedy Commander Fox and Dr. Sheriff Crab reporting for duty, so hopefully no 2-kilometer walks. Macronox says, good afternoon, everyone. Hope you are doing well. I am doing all right. Hope you're doing all right yourself, Macronox. Dara coming with 20 memberships. They're going out to the following people. Old Man Blurred, Wait, Defiant snuck in there. It didn't go to Defiant. It went through Old Man Blurred, Happy Soul, Red Bearded Derp, Seance, Mark. Wow, some of these names are rough. We'll call him Nash, Marco, Sea Bunny, James Bryan, Colin O'Connor, Tiago Santos, Alec Fab, Mad Cat, AC1, Chris, Ace Vendel, Mehmet, Brian, Heather, The Breaker of Walls, Merlin, and Doc Poe. Congratulations if you received a membership. And thank you very much, Mr. Dara, for the very generous 20 memberships. Those who get a membership, I don't think that they shouldn't have to watch ads. That's what it should do. Some people have told me otherwise, but that's what it's supposed to do. Either way, though, eternally grateful for Dara. Also, very nice to get his feedback on in some of the polls or some of the questions we do. Because I've been, maybe that'll be a question. I just thought about it. Might ask people about the Warhammer, but we will see. Defiant MechWarrior says, hello, Fox and friends. Audio coming through clear. Yes, I did do my audio check ahead of time this time around. Dara says, mistakes were made, only happy mistakes. Well, if you've seen the Bob Ross memes, you would know that even happy mistakes send the man over the edge. James thanks Dara for the gifted membership. He appreciates it. Yes, thank Dara if you wound up getting a membership. Macronox says, dang, indeed. Dang, indeed. Oh, look at that. James says that he is from Scotland.
In the UK. Bro, I am also from the UK. Good to see a fellow compatriot here.
I'm just glad that I don't have any Swedish audience members because, like, of the way I, like, obliterate the language in the other game I'm playing. Because I chose to play it in its native language, in Swedish. So, like, you know, definitely glad about that. All right, I think we are ready to get started. So here is the stream. And where we left off, we do have something we need to do. Something fairly important, actually. We have a hero mech that we can't afford. And I really need to make sure that we don't leave without it. Because if we don't get this hero mech now, it could pop up later. And then, like, you know, that's just one less chance to get a different hero mech, one that we actually need. So the situation is we've got the Warhammer Black Widow here. We don't actually need the Warhammer Black Widow, but I do want to get it out of the list. So we don't have the money. I mean, I don't want to sell too much because, you know, I've already trimmed down our inventory a bit. So instead, what we're going to do is Solaris, because, like, there's Solaris missions we can do here. So in addition to that, I did look up where the drops are for a lot of these mechs, and some of them are most easy to obtain in the arena. So yeah. So this is a free-for-all. Not sure what to think of that. Let's just bring 2 people, and maybe we can bring... I'll bring the high there if you want to bring something a little bigger. Wait, no, did you need to use the high there?
Probably. Yeah, I need to use that.
Yeah, we'll let the sheriff use the high there, and then
Kill, in other words.
I'll use the archer. What kind of battlefield is it? It's a little hot, actually. Instead, maybe I'll do the Archer 2RB. Because it actually has pretty good heat efficiency. Hopefully we don't get caught in Jackson. Yeah, I don't know about that now.
It's going to be caught in Jackson.
Yeah, now that so it's like Speak of the Devil and he appears.
Oh, he will appear.
Oh, we got Lucas instead. Okay, thank God.
Thank you, Cronos. Say that every single time. Maybe we'll never get.
Really? They said it was a desert. What they didn't tell me is that it was a mega city.
That's mega shitty.
Yeah, that's mega shitty indeed, considering that I'm like I'm mostly LRMs.
There's someone right here.
Oh god, yeah, there is a Shadowhawk on us right now.
Right, let's go.
I don't know how effective these missiles are going to be. I need to find a more open area.
Likes me. Run away. Like the archer.
I feel a little bit scammed here. Like, you know, they told me that it was a desert. They didn't say anything about it being a city. I might just have to swing it out with them. I'm bigger than you. You don't want to do this, buddy.
I think he's realized.
The ammo cooks off. Clearly, we have an explosive moment of the match candidate right here.
Oh, I can jump.
Commander Mason sends
Jump shot
to the scrap heap.
Oh, I missed.
Oh my god, please just die. He's just barely hanging on.
His firepower just took a hit.
Okay, we got him.
Mason's skills are on full display.
Okay, so I'm going to try to find an area that is a little bit more open.
I got a cooldown because I'm very warm.
Alright, I'm firing at this Jenner. Hopefully I can just snipe him. Okay, that one's toast. He's down as well. We got a Locust on the way. Okay, we got him as well. There's only 2 mechs remaining. But you know what? This is working out. You know, sure, maybe I should have gone for the PPCs in the end, but it's working.
Mech customization just occurred. Metal limb is in the discarded.
Haha, look at you. Where's all your weapons at, sucker?
Look at the accuracy on these LRMs. It's just amazing. It's a thing of beauty watching half of the missiles miss.
I emergency shut down when I was in the air.
New target, spider.
Oh my god. I'm just gonna ignore this guy. I'm gonna help you with the spider.
His weapon took an effective hit.
Okay.
Lands in a
All we got is this guy, and all he has is his LRM, so... This guy is about to get it. He's faster than me. There we go. Okay, a little bit of a bumpy start in that mission, but, you know, we finished strong. I'm happy about it. Ace Tracker said 1988 says actually made it here live. I hate how stream missiles prefer them over... I hate how the emojis are in my way. I like the stream missiles because I like the way they look. Like, that's actually the reason I use stream missiles. I mean, I don't have a problem using the standard missiles, but like, oh, we got the Shadowhawk. This is a model we don't have.
Oh, nice.
2H? I'll take it. Yeah, I just like the way that they look.
I like your Shadowhawk.
We killed 3 spiders, so that's 640,000 C-bills and a tier 4 AC2 burst and some AC2 ammo. That gets us to level 2 on Mech Hunter. We get the fortified internal structure upgrade. Works
Do you
for
want
me.
me to recustomize this dog?
Which one?
The Shadowhawk.
Sure.
You could probably do something with the high there now, since we've both tried it actually as well.
Yeah, I will rework the high there. Which,
I like
honestly, I don't feel like the high there needs much change.
No,
I think the high there
actually
is
don't.
pretty good the way it is. The first thing I will do, though, is max the armor and retune it. And then what I will do is 2 SRM launchers, and I don't think we need medium lasers. I think small lasers are going to do just fine.
With no AC5 ammo left.
We're out of AC. Well, we can just buy more. So let's go to the market. We need AC5 ammo. There it is. All right, there you go. Some AC5 ammo.
Appreciate it.
Small lasers. We're actually running low on them. Okay, here we go. Let me put some small lasers on. Man, we got some shitty lasers. There's no doubt about that. I'll use these. And then I will add on ammo. And I'll add on some heat sinks. It's a good number of heat sinks, actually. Might be more than I need. And then I'll put 1 more ton of ammo on and take 1 heat sink off. That's going to annoy me, so let me change the order. Okay, that works fine for me. Except for the low-quality weapons. Like, that's something that isn't fine with me, but... apparently, we just haven't collected a lot of small lasers. I guess I'll need to look for them more often. So we actually have less money than we had before, but that's fine. We picked up a mech we didn't have, so scratch the Javelin, not the Javelin, the Shadowhawk off the list. Okay, another mission. This is... anything goes. In that case, 15 salvage and about 1.5 million C-bills.
Nice.
So I will use... Wait, let me tell you what environment it is. It's a cold environment, so in that case, I'm going to use the Archer, because it is a cold... Oh, let's get our new pilots in, actually. I forgot all about that. We've got the new pilot. Well, 1 new pilot.
Lieutenant Lugo.
Terry says that he keeps coming back to this game. It's so good. The hero Grasshopper has a great turning speed. Yeah, I'm looking forward to using the Grasshopper Michael Jackson. Like, I'm hoping to get something decent out of it. You know, I'll let them use some bigger mechs. I mean, what's the harm in that? There, I'll let them use these. This is probably the biggest lance we've deployed. Not that that's saying much, since we can't even get close to the 400-ton limit.
I guess we would have to do...
Ace Tracker says, from MechWarrior 5 Clans weapons, looks like there will be no tiers. And you unlock new Omnipods through a prestige system. Interesting. Yeah, I guess there would only be, like, the clan quality.
Now we've got a fighter in our hands. Gotta love MechWarriors who aren't afraid to mix it up.
Okay, he was our first victim. That was not the smartest idea.
They're almost all dumb because they're all spread out.
Oh, it might be a 4-on-4, actually.
Yes.
Weapons have been taken out. He could be in serious trouble. I know I would be soiling myself in the cockpit, Jackson. That's too much information. His mech is
I can barely see what I'm shooting at.
Somebody grab the fire extinguishers.
I'm still overheating, but you know, whatever. They're still dead. That's the most important thing.
He sends another opponent packing to the scrapyard. Building his personal museum of defeated rivals, Jackson. Direct hit, the arm goes flailing.
Well, that was a quick mission, and I'll take it.
Folks, it's all over. Mason takes
that
the
Mech
match,
salvage.
a tremendous victory.
Cotton and Jackson are back. Yeah, you can't. I wish you could pick to disable certain announcers. Like, that would be a nice little quality of life change.
I wish you could murder them, actually, to be honest.
The problem is we don't know where they live. They could live anywhere. We need the fire starter for the quest, so I'm gonna take the fire starter, even though we could also take that Shadowhawk, but we already have that model, so that's fine. All right, so the fire starter's going in. Let's go ahead and collect on that. 1.1, oh, let's see how much we would have gotten. So if we sold the fire starter straight up, we would get about 600,000 C-bills, but by giving it to the mech collector, we get 1.1 million. We get 3 tier 4 flamers and some heat sinks. There you go. Let's stock up on more while we're here. Okay, what we need now is... we still need more money, so let's keep looking at some of these arena missions. There is a less VO mod, but does it shut off Jackson and Cotton? I mean, I don't mind there being a announcer. I just don't want it to be Jackson and Cotton. All right, so we've got...
girl isn't as annoying.
Yeah, none of them are as annoying. Oh, wow. These are light mech free-for-alls. Let's find a different battle. Right over here we got some. I really wish you could see what the missions were before you go there. Freddy 4x4 says that he agrees with Sheriff's view of Jackson and Cotton. He would like to give them that boom boom pow, apparently. I mean, I imagine even if you killed them, they would probably still be able to do their job. They would just use, like, AI voice.
They're like Ghost, would just haunt the battlefields forever.
Okay, so here's a 4x4 again, or a 4-on-4 again. So let's just do that. 1.5, 1.6 million C-bills and 15 salvage. All right, I'm gonna use the high there because, like, I wanted to, you know, use one of these like crazier mechs. So we're gonna be using the revised high there.
Okay. I will use... yeah, I'll stay with the Taro. That's pretty effective.
All right, so one of the things that I want to talk about, because I try to come up with stuff to talk about, is so we're gonna bounce around some subjects, but first let's start out with a MechWarrior related question. What are your first thoughts, or just your thoughts in general about the Flea? The Flea is a 20-ton light mech. And I don't know if you guys are not, especially if you're not familiar with it, or if you're an expert of the Flea, like, what are your thoughts on the Flea? I'm personally not someone who uses the Flea very much. I actually use it more in the BattleTech strategy PC game rather than MechWarrior 5. So, you know, I'm not sure. Do you have any initial thoughts about the Flea, Sheriff? Like, any hopes or dreams about it?
I do think that maybe when we get some pulse lasers, small pulse lasers and stuff on it, it's probably a little bit more promising. It's just so scary to pilot with the how little armor it's got. Like, I mean, twice now I think we've got killed in it, and both times seemingly for very little reason. So it's a bit of a scary mech, to be honest. But what I would say is, if you're going to destroy a mech, it's probably the cheapest to fix. So that's the one good side to that, I guess.
That's the silver lining, I suppose. Yes, it may die a lot, but look at the bright side. It doesn't cost as much to repair. Like, there are probably weapons that cost more themselves than the fleet. I'm gonna try to knock the legs off this without crashing into it, preferably.
I shed the weapon off that hunchback. I'm gonna go and attack this blackjack now.
Okay, I took its legs out. So we've been trying to take out the legs of the cicadas in order to try to get more money out of it. Because the engine is the most valuable thing on the cicada. The engine is worth a lot.
He got lucky out there.
Ace Tracker says he doesn't really use lower tonnage mechs. You know, he says the Wolfhound, so basically a 35-ton mech. That's kind of how I feel about it myself. Like, I understand why you would use a flea from a lore perspective. From a lore perspective, you know, you're more concerned about the total cheapness, like, you know, like how much you're spending on the mechs. Like, that's like a relevant component. Okay, we could take that. We were one salvage off of the blackjack. But we can take that cicada that we did leg out. So let's see how much we're going to get for that cicada.
I don't think we needed the blackjack anyway.
Right, the cicada is worth 1.2 million. That's pretty good. I'll take it. And the other mission, another free-for-all. I mean, I'll do the free-for-alls if I have to, but I'd like some missions that the sheriff can jump into as well. But yeah, from a lore perspective, it makes sense why you would use a locust, just because, you know, it's just a great way to save money. They're just really cheap. Same with the flea, they'd be very cheap. But from the perspective of like a mercenary company that can deploy 4 mechs, you would want as much quality as you can get out of every single mech.
And I mean, the other issue is, there's one larger mission from this game that really makes the flea and the locust pretty much pointless, is the fact there's no infantry. They're anti-infantry mechs more than anything.
That's also true, yeah.
And that kind of,
and also creating like forest fires and stuff isn't super relevant. Oh, do you want to try the Javelin out?
Yeah, why not?
Oh, let me tell you what kind of battlefield this is. This is I think it's either a scrap battlefield or a tourmaline. I'm going to use the grasshopper, and I'm going to let him use.
It's only 100.
Oh crap! That's right. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We're good. But it's like, you know, I know there are flea enjoyers, and I mean, I get the idea that the flea has pretty good hardpoint options, but I just kind of feel like I'd rather use the fire starter. That's typically how I see it. Freddy 4x4 says that I've never used the flea and have not had many encounters with them. Yeah, I'm guessing that's going to be a common perspective.
But yeah, we need to kill blackjacks. We need to kill 3 of them. We got 1 already.
Yeah, we got to beat them up a bit. Oh, I think I took all salvage though, actually. So I'm pretty sure if we just take them out.
We don't need to collect them. We can just kill us.
I thought the blackjack was one of our mechs.
No, is it?
I'll double check the list.
It's actually, I'm being dumb.
Mason knocks another mech out of the fight.
Man, once a locust stands still, it's like that was a bad move, little bro. Let me see. Macronux says that he likes it in BattleTech, but no idea about it in MechWarrior 5. Yeah, I definitely feel more confident with it in BattleTech than I do in MechWarrior 5.
I'll be interested to see if when we upgrade the pilots a bit more, if it feels a little bit less scary.
That is something that's very necessary. You gotta have a high piloting skill.
Effective strike. Lopped off a metal limb. This could mean trouble here.
Ace Striker says that in the strategy game, it has some additional components that make it harder to hit. Yeah, the sensor bafflers. Yeah, it can be quite hard to hit, which is good because you definitely need to not get hit if you're the one using the fleet. This thing is so tough. All right, we trashed him. Happy Teddy Bear says, howdy folks, how are you doing this Friday afternoon? Well, we're just kind of getting started, so welcome to the show. The Locust is OP in the tabletop due to the quirk that you can put 2 in 1. So you could run 2 lances? Oh, I see. Yeah, because they're so compact. You could run like a swarm strategy or something like that. Happy Teddy Bear says that he was just thinking about how cool it would be if his favorite thing got a movie adaptation. Man, I never want anything to get a movie adaptation. Like, I have no faith in movie adaptations. Unless they're made by, like, an Asian company. Then I have more faith in it. Like, the Phoenix Wright movie the live-action Phoenix Wrights are actually pretty good.
Damn, we slaughtered them. I'll give your upgrade a 10 out of 10. I really like the small lasers on this.
Yeah, I figured I'd swap off of medium to small just for the, you know, just to get a little more heat sinking so that we could fire, you know, just to really ensure that we can snap out that SRM-12 as much as possible.
Yeah, I mean, they do more DPM as well, so that's good.
So we can take kind of anything we want here.
Let me just double check this about the... Is the blackjack one? Yes, the blackjack is one. You're correct. I am dumb.
All right, let's sell some of this stuff off. We got a Jenner. We're gonna get about 633 for it. That's, you know, it's a thing. I'll sell one of these. We have plenty of javelins, I think. Yeah, we can sell these javelins off. Even though I do like the javelin. 422 for the javelin. And we are almost, we can afford the Black Widow, but, you know, we need a little more money. We don't want to be, like, breaking even, basically. Let's repair. Is everyone repaired?
Yep.
Okay. So, the same thing. This is another free-for-all with, like, 100 tons on the limit. So, let me get some more salvage in here. We got 21 salvage. I'll use a smaller mech this time.
I want to try out my new Shadowhawk 2P. Oh, no, wait. 2H. I'm not being fooled by you. I have a feeling this thing's going to be too hot, though. We'll give it a go.
Okay, I'm going to try the Commando 1D because I wanted to try out the Commando with the PPCX.
I haven't tried it yet, so good luck.
I mean, I have a good feeling about that. You know, like, I like going fast with the PPCX.
What's happening, Mech fans? It's your boy Jackson Prime alongside Cotton Bateman.
Ooh.
We've got an exciting match
This
on
is a very
tap
dark
for you.
21 Salvage, isn't that a rapper? Like, it sounds like it could be a rapper name. Wow, do I actually use night vision in this battle?
It's pretty crap as well.
Now we're talking. Looks like they're about to rain down fire on each other. I hope they brought their umbrella.
Ugh, forget about raining down fire on each other. They're gonna rain down cringe commentary.
Cotton, this is a big moment here. One of his weapons has been taken out. He could be in serious trouble. I know I would be soiling myself in the cockpit, Jackson. That was too much information. Cotton, he stacked
Okay, you're on this hunchback. I'm gonna move in to help with the hunchback. Oh god, he's the ugly kind of hunchback. I'm running away.
Yeah, I got rid of his main.
Okay, never mind. I'm coming back.
Folks, he sends another opponent packing to the scrapyard. Building his personal museum of defeated rivals.
Okay, we got rid of the hunchback.
There's another one. It's a 4G this time.
And that doesn't
Oh, and it likes me.
tasty.
Alright, I'm coming around behind it. Damn, it immediately changed targets to me.
He needs to ease off here, Cotton, or the mech is going to shut down on him. Yeah, he'll need his mech function. malfunctioning.
I am running away again. I did not expect them to just jump onto me like that.
New target.
Right here.
Hunchback.
But it works, you know. Oh, I found a little tiny light mech. I'm gonna hunt him down real fast. Where'd he go? Oh, here he is.
Acquired.
Like, now I really am like a commando with like a little shotgun. I got the PPCX and I've got the SRMs.
Standing oven. Somebody grab the fire extinguishers. God, there's another opponent down for the count. Counting is so overrated, Jackson. Better hope the cooling systems do their thing or he'll be ripe for the picking.
Oh my god, he's so fast. But we got his leg, so this is the end for him. Alright, we got him. There's only one mech left, and it is... what's with all these hunchbacks? Yeah, this mech definitely gets hot.
God, his heat sinks are being pushed to the max. Oh, he's becoming a real hot potato out there.
Okay, we dealt with him.
Picks up the victory. What a
So this mech is
You
not
can
bad,
tell-
but it definitely gets hot.
Including me. I'll be sticking
Do you
around
think you
for
could
his
drop the
autograph.
SRM?
Maybe.
Opponent down with authority. He made it look easy.
Possibly.
I had considered it.
We could just take... I'll just take everything. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, it seems like not a lot of people have much of a thought about the flea. That doesn't surprise me, though, because I feel like the flea is one of the less used mechs in the game. Though, like, I have run into people who are the, you know, like, the designated flea enjoyers. So we got about 460,000 for that.
I think I'm also looking forward to seeing what the Flea 17 has to offer. I mean, this is the 15, obviously, there's another one, so we'll maybe just to see what we get with that one, too. I mean, probably not much more armor. Would be the first point.
Biggie small lasers, 50 C-bills, straight out of Terra. These are like your like inner sphere gangster names. Like Biggie small lasers. That's not awful. I'll
I
let you
like that
have that one. That
I
one's
like
not
that one.
awful. So we still need money, so I'm just gonna do this free for all. You know what? I'll take salvage. In the meantime, it's a chance for me to use one of these. What have I not used? I have not used the Katana.
Good luck. Yes. Happy Teddy Bear. The worst thing about hip hop is
Jackson,
the rap
I'm here.
and
Riding shotgun with me is
and the culture
Bateman.
or the musicians.
This match is set to go.
Okay,
These
here we
Mech
are.
Warriors are looking to make it rain C-bills in here.
Let me see what the weapon groups are. Okay, so Alpha Strike and then
Photo
Single Fire.
expressions again after the broadcast.
Oh, he's gonna target me right off the bat. I see how it is. Just wait until I get into range. We will have words. One thing that I wish that these mechs could have, I wish you could put like a horn on them, like a giant like war horn. I think you could do that in MechWarrior Online. Lil Uziel. That sounds like it actually could be a rap name.
Yeah, it could be.
Here we go.
Okay, that's the end of
All
him.
trees are behind them. They're locked into a battle now.
So let's talk about the commando next. So basically, it seems like chat is, you know, they did not a lot of strong opinions about the flea. Like, definitely see some pessimism. What about the commando? What are your guys' opinions about the commando? I think
Commando.
His arm just pulled a
I've always
disappearing
I want to
axe.
see how the commando can differentiate itself from the javelin, because generally speaking, I've always preferred the javelin.
I think I also have to remember that it is 5 tons lighter. Like I always sort of consider it like the middle ground mech almost.
Oh, he took
I mean, that's
it.
part of the reason why I prefer it. I tend to like, you know, I'm like, why go for the
Ability to come out on
man?
top will be impacted too.
He's definitely gonna get him. Oh my god, I can't believe I got through his. I didn't think I was gonna get through his lasers that easily, but I'll take
Yeah,
it.
this thing is pretty strong.
Delivered another opponent straight to the abyss. He's turning the arena
It's not
into
like-
a metal
It's not
graveyard.
really stupidly
I just
hot
hope they
either.
don't
I was
come back as
expecting this to be
ghosts.
way warmer.
That's why you sleep with a nightlight.
I do like the Commando though. It's small, it's compact, it has enough armor to get a little bit of a beating. Like the Flea can't take any beating, you have to avoid all damage. Commando can take a couple of hits. And it has a pretty good set of weapons, like hard points as well, in my opinion.
Okay, I got his... There we go. Got both of his weapons. Well, both of his main weapons. You know what? I'm just gonna try to punch him out, I think. There we go. Yeah, the Commando... My problem with the Commando is I'm always like, why don't I just get Javelins? Because Javelins are really common. Yeah, they're 5 tons heavier, but that's not a problem for me, at least. Like, you know, so like what I really need to see from the Commando is if the Commando can do something interesting, and I do think it is possible. The Commando with the PPCX is something that I would consider interesting. We'll have to see though, because otherwise, you know, like I say, I really like the Javelin, and I feel like the Javelin is kind of like the same thing, but a little bit better than the Commando. But you know, we'll see.
Yeah, and as well, the other thing is, I mean, you do have to compare mechs in context to other light mechs. It's as simple as that, you know. And while the Commando does have its perks and benefits, I do agree. The Javelin is a better mech, but I do think the PPCX variant of the Commando possibly has a chance. But I mean, then you could just ask the question: okay, why not just use a Wolfhound then? So you always have that counter.
Well, I will say that I can definitely get through the beginning of the game before the Wolfhound is invented.
Yeah, that's true.
And I would have used the Javelin.
Yeah, true.
And I could also say, you know, what about the Firestarter? Because I like the Firestarter even more. I still have more trouble finding Firestarters than Javelins. And in the beginning, you kind of just take the first thing you can get. And would I upgrade out of Javelins in the Firestarter? Sure, but I tend to just find Javelins more frequently.
Yeah, no, that's a good point.
They need to pick up the pace and inject some life into this battle.
Like, I think they're pretty good for the role that they serve. You know, I wouldn't consider them a mech that I'm terribly happy to be fighting a lot in. But you know, in raids and missions like that, maybe feels like a little bit safer for the Commando as well.
Ace Tracker says the Commando has the issue of arm weapons. I'm an arm weapon enjoyer. Like, some people don't like arm weapons. I'm an arm weapon enjoyer, so that's not a negative for me. Probably because I'm someone. I just don't care about losing arms. Like, I don't lose arms. I don't lose components in general very frequently. We don't need a Trebuchet or a Centurion, but this Centurion has more gear on it, so I'm going to take the Centurion so we can strip stuff off of it and sell it. And, I don't know, let me just grab some stuff here. And let me bench this. We'll sell it. It was worth about just shy of 600,000, and I think that's enough. We can go over here and buy the Warhammer now. Macronex says that he likes Commandos. Reminds him of a Space Marine. Yeah, it's because he has that little, like, soldier appearance. Like, I like the way the Commando... In fact, especially the redesign. I think the old Commando is a bit odd-looking, but the redesign, I think, is really, really good. Freddy says, tell it, Sheriff.
Oh, I'll tell it, alright. The Kintaro kind of fits in that as well. It kind of has, like, I don't know, like a soldier kind of vibe to it. If anything, if you put the two beside each other, the Commando and the Kintaro kind of look similar, actually.
Yeah, it's like, so Ace Tracker, so he says he prefers the main weapon in the, that would be like this mech, for example. This mech carries its primary weapon in its center torso. So this is about as, it doesn't get more zombie than, you know, being in the center torso. I mean, I can work with it as well. One thing, I really want to have medium lasers in my arms, though. Like, I've got to have medium lasers in the arms. Like, mechs that have no arm weapons at all, sometimes they get on my nerves because it's hard to shoot helicopters down. You know, I need to be able to stretch those arms upwards. And also, one thing is, especially when you're in a circle strafing duel, you know, your arms can stretch further than the torso can, and sometimes you really need that to just land those devastating hits. But you know, I don't mind it when the main weapon is in the center torso. Like, it doesn't like bother me. But I also don't mind it if the weapons are in the arms as well. Like, I'm okay with it. I can work with it both ways. So, oh, we were gonna buy the mech. Okay, here's the Warhammer. We're gonna lose a lot of money on this, but what can you do?
Boo! You stink, Warhammer.
All right, so here it is, the Warhammer Black Widow. Well, you know, like, it's not on our list of mechs to try, but you know, I'll at least show you what it looks like. This is Natasha Kerensky's Warhammer. You know, what else could you say about it? You know, she's known as the Black Widow, which is why it's got like the kind of spider webs little pattern going on here. You know, it was not bad if I remember right. Extra light engine, and then it basically is kind of similar to a standard Warhammer, but it's got more machine guns than normal, which is probably a good thing. It's not. It's not bad. It was probably the best of the Warhammers. But yeah, we have 2.3 million. I think we're fine though. I think we really need to earn some more money.
We need some stonks.
Yeah, we need to. Oh, here's a triple mission. Against. Okay. Well, I mean, I don't know if it's a triple mission. It just says a multi mission. Although, you know what? I want to go over here real fast. Let's see if we can. We want to like knock out these mercs whenever possible.
I hate the Warhammer. My God.
The Warhammer.
It nearly tricked me. It nearly tricked me in the last season, but I've regained my senses.
Okay. So since we're on the subject of the Warhammer, I do have a question, and I need input from the community. So let me go to here is on the Discord. So I'm asking this in the Discord. This is your chance to have an influence on the videos I'm making. So right now, I'll read it. I'm still looking for input on the Warhammer's threat rating on a scale of 1 to 5. Right now, I feel there's justification to list it as either a 2 or a 3, and I'm leaning more to a 2, but I'm also aware I'm not a huge fan of the Warhammer, so I'm not jumping to conclusions. So what do you guys think on a scale of 1 to 3, where 1 is barely a threat at all, like, you know, it has a weapon at least, and 5 is like, it's a Gundam, basically. Where would you place the Warhammer?
Ace Tracker has the only correct answer, and actually I think he's being generous with that number, but anyway.
The -4 Keck?
Yes.
Let me see. Lil Nas XL engine. Love the Black Widow. Black Widow is good. Just replace the PPCs with large lasers. Probably the best of the Warhammer models. Kendrick Lamar's lasers. How long to complete 5 co-op missions for achievement? I mean, not very. I mean, this depends on. I mean, it's literally just completing 5. It's the question. The answer is how fast can you complete 5 missions?
How fast can you find a friend to play it with?
No, okay, never mind. That's you know who has friends these days.
Are we gonna go down that line?
Yeah, it's like who even has friends these days?
Yeah, I guess nobody probably.
Wait, did they? Okay, no. Wait. 1 million C-bills? I feel like they could appear for 1 million C-bills. All right, we're going in. We're going in. Full salvage, 31. Tonnage is 200, so we can bring some stuff.
Beachhead. We Okay.
Oh, also here's okay. Here's another thing I need to say. The threat rating is not how good it is for you to use. How much of a threat is it when you're fighting an enemy Warhammer? No, and you know, so it's just the stock Warhammer, you know, and that's it. Like it's I'm gonna use the I'm gonna be fast, so I'm gonna use.
You know, any mech that you can stand at 400 meters and like shoot it like 5 times in the legs and kill it is not a threat. The only time that mech is a threat when it's got PPCX, is dual PPCX, and you're somehow find yourself. You know, within 200 meters of a 64-kilometer mech. I don't think it is very dangerous, and that is why, for me, I'll give it a 2 because a 1 is like the flea. So for me, it's a 2. That was my opinion on it.
So here's my problem with the Warhammer. I don't think 2 PPCs are very powerful, especially at the heavy class. I don't really care if an enemy heavy mech has 2 PPCs. In fact, that's actually pretty normal. There's a a rifleman with 2 PPCs. The Marauder has 2 PPCs. Obviously, the Warhammer has 2 PPCs. There are many mechs that have a similar setup, like an AC-10 and a PPC. That's actually way deadlier. But that's my first problem. For a heavy mech, I don't think 2 PPCs are that big of a deal. And while, yes, the Warhammer does a lot more damage up close, it also usually is ready to overheat. Because it's firing its PPCs non-stop, and then when it gets to you, it's ready to overheat. So it winds up not doing very much damage, and then it overheats. That's my opinion about the Warhammer, you know. I don't know how other people feel about it, but that's kind of like where I'm coming from with it. Oh, there's a Vindicator here.
Eliminate all the defenders.
Really?
New target indicated. Target acquired. Target
All right, I'm behind the Vindicator. Time to give him the butt blaster. But that's why I want to give it a 2. But at the same time, I know that there are a lot of Warhammer enjoyers.
But that's the
It
problem.
kind of doesn't matter. I don't care if people. I only partially care if a mech is popular. If a mech is popular, I may think longer about the rating, but I don't necessarily care if the mech is very popular. If I don't think it's good, even though it's popular, I will still give it a bad rating. Like, you know, I don't have a problem doing that. I'm putting our mechs on that Jenner while I go search for the remaining,
But like, how relevant even is the popularity of the mech when it's based on it being an enemy versus whenever it's being used as a... Like, if someone said to me, okay, it's a really good mech to pilot, right, okay, fine, that's one thing. But as an enemy AI, it's not adventurous. And the popularity of it's irrelevant.
Well, because people view the threat rating as whether the mech is good or bad, in general. Like that's the perception of what the rating means. Like, basically, if I say a mech has a threat rating of 2, then people will say, you're saying it stinks?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Which it does, by the way.
So it's like, you know, that's why I think about it.
target destroyed. Target acquired.
And you're saying this thing is, oh god, it's a giant-ass mech here. What's it doing here?
One of our assigned targets is flying in.
Hunter.
Scratch that.
Okay, I got the last satellite, and I'm heading towards,
Installation on the list. Objective
I'm heading towards the artillery cannons.
The relay
No problem.
system
I
is
kind of took a bit of a
disabled.
beating there because our guys were just getting
Are on
kind
route.
of attacked a little bit, so...
Target destroyed.
Artillery garrison destroyed.
Target acquired.
That guy has a ton of lasers, and I don't enjoy it.
Wilco, focusing fire.
I'm just avoiding this guy for now.
Additional friendlies are entering the combat zone.
Alpha 1-1, this is Whiskey 6-1.
Aye.
Thanks for clearing out that AA installation. Heard you could use a little backup.
Are you okay with the urban mech, yeah?
Stand by, July.
I have them
Whiskey
attacking the
6-1
urban
out.
mech. I'm heading towards the base because like I've got a forehead on its way, and I didn't want to fight the forehead. I mean, I could fight the forehead. I just don't want to do it.
Target destroyed.
I'm on the urban mech right now.
I'm on my way.
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
That's it for the local defenses. We can get
Okay,
on
so
the
we got our
ground.
allies. What did they give us? A
Stay
javelin
nearby and keep enemy
and a
units
fire
out of
starter?
the area.
I mean, I guess
While
it's
our ground
something.
troops deal with any locals, and our techs hack
Bunch
into
of
the control
helicopters.
systems.
Okay, I'm dropping into the base.
Look to the sky. Enemy aircraft inbound.
No.
They're going to try
Don't do
and
it.
capture this base. Fan out and take defensive positions.
I'm just trying to kill that Igor. Unfortunately, I'm not like the most powerful anti-aircraft design.
No, neither am I. I just ran away from it, I'm not gonna lie. Up and at their ends.
Objective, Commander. Destroy all additional artillery. There's still some artillery out there. Prepare for more.
More artillery, you say?
No, they're
That's
lying.
it for the artillery.
Yeah, I knew you were lying to
We'll
me.
make the invasion much
much easier.
Okay, I'm moving out. I'm gonna clean up some of these junky enemies that are just chilling.
Right, I'll go deal with this one. Hunchback then.
Target acquired.
I can just smell him from over here. It's been annoying.
Oh, is he classified as one of the enemies we need to destroy?
Tanks.
I would say so, yeah. Oh, that's a 30 Igor.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
What's nice is that this is a small battlefield, so it's like... Oh, you say a dropship?
Yep.
Really? I didn't take it out.
Target destroyed.
Okay, I'm heading back. Okay, I see the dropship. We got a fire starter and a
That's the
spider.
vehicle we're after. Take it out.
I see the
Fight,
Igor.
fight,
Commander, let's target
The Igor's down.
You guys are going for me. Which is fine, to be honest. I'm not gonna bother.
I'm wasting so many missiles on these stupid helicopters that I can't hit. There we go. All right, choppers are down. I'm going to try to get to you, but unfortunately the crater is making it harder.
No problem, we're under control anyway.
So, let me see. The Warhammers are paper armor. Yeah, the Warhammer, I do feel, is a bit under-armored for a brawler. Like, brawlers I usually expect to be fully armored, or, like, only 1 or 2 tons off of full armor. The Warhammer's missing about 4 tons of armor, which, like, that does matter. Okay, I'm gonna attack the dropship when I'm gonna bushwhack the dropship.
So you don't have 2 enemies, I think.
Tango spotted, and it's a beauty.
A cicada? Okay, let me knock its legs off real fast. 1 leg down.
Took a leg off that Firestar.
Okay, the legs are disabled on it.
Firestar's dead. That just leaves the Locust. And then those 2 tanks as well.
The locust is down. Okay, I guess maybe we don't get. Maybe the mercs won't attack. I thought maybe for 1 million C-bills on an early mission that would count as a little bit higher paying than normal.
I think to be fair, beachheads do. Oh, that is not what I expected that to be.
Target acquired.
I think beachheads do pay a little bit higher though.
Lots of it. Invasion troops and vehicles are
I think
on
I'd
the way
expected
in.
about 3 or
Stay
4
on
million for
location
that.
until you're relieved.
Yeah, unfortunately, it was the only mission possible in that mercenaries influence area.
Dropship's
Who was
gonna
it?
land. Sierra 1-1.
Oh, I don't know their names. I don't have all the merc symbols memorized.
Fair enough.
I mean, like, they're just like someone I want to take out. That's all I know.
I'm random.
Basically, unless they're one of the most famous mercenary companies, I won't know their.
Yeah,
I won't know
sure
them
we
by
can.
their symbol.
Oh, me neither.
Let me see what people are saying. 3 seems fair. Dara says 2. Freddy says 3. Dara says he has to go. Well, he says he'll catch the video on demand. Have a good one, Dara. And once again, thank you for the memberships, good sir. No Limitation says PPC is bad. I'm going to give it a 2. No Limitation says all Warhammers have paper armor. I don't mind PPCs in MechWarrior 5. You just need the 15%. Yeah, you need the upgrades. Like, the PPC needs a lot of help. Freddy says he's changed his mind to a 2. Ballin Collin says the BJ3 gets 2 PPCs. That would be the bounty hunter, or no, that might be the blackjack for the blackjack Model 3. The Warhammer has the same armor as a hunchback. Yeah, it's because the hunchback's a juggernaut class mech or a juggernaut role mech, so it's got, like, you know, it knows that it needs to have that full armor going on to survive. The stock armor on the stock leg armor on the Warhammer is a joke. Yeah, basically the Warhammer is missing about 4 tons of armor, and most of it comes off of the legs. It's missing half its armor on the legs. It's got 30 armor each out of 60 on its legs. It also has average in the BattleTech strategy game. The Warhammer 2C is amazing, though. Pretty much all clan mechs are pretty fantastic, though. The 6D has heavy armor. The Crater Cobras I guess, yeah, it could be them. I mean, who really cares, though? Like, they could just be insert mercenary company name #1, and it wouldn't matter to me. Like, the, you know, it's not like you can befriend them or anything. Like, they didn't really give the mercenaries much personality. My campaign is at 3108, and he only got to level 7 on the Bounty Hunter. If you want to raise your score at the Bounty Hunter, then you want to do max level missions and try to fight the Wolf Dragoons.
Or even the Waco Rangers are pretty good too. But good luck against the Wolf Dragoons, they don't mess around.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know, like, yeah, I mean, I think I'm going to give the Warhammer a 2. Like, I feel pretty confident in it. So we just killed the 3 Igors. We get 164,000 C-bills and 3 tons of ammo, and then 3 tons of SRMs and a ton of LRMs. We are leveled up on War Dog. We got expanded sensor range. And we can have, if we have a spare Shadowhawk, I don't think we do, though.
No,
We did get another Cicada, though, so that's 1.2 million C-bills. And a Jenner. 629,000 C-bills, we'll take it. And yeah, like I said, there was no, you know, no other options here. So let's, I don't know, let's do Mech Hunter. Mech Hunter, I feel, is harder to level up. So we need to knock out a Jenner. Oh, here's another multi-op.
Yeah, and we
No, it's the wrong one, though. Wait, here's a multi-op. This is Pirates. Pirates are not one of our big customers, but it's Pirates against Triangles, so...
I quite like being Pirates of the Inner Sphere.
Yeah, one thing is, so the Warhammer has a total of 320 armor. That's about equal to a catapult, and the catapult is not a brawler mech. The catapult is a, you know, like a fire support mech, a missile boat. So once again, I think that just kind of is not a vote of well, we're actually +1 on the Pirates. I don't know. Maybe in this playthrough we be nice to the Pirates.
Yeah, we should definitely try and max out the Pirates. That'd be really funny.
So that means they're gonna pay us okay at least. I'm okay with it. Oh yeah, look at that. It's actually decent.
I actually maxed out Independent on my other playthrough, and you know what? It's so overpowered because you everywhere you go, you can take maximum salvage, and because you're targeting all the great houses, you get all their mechs as well. Very overpowered.
Yeah, in the BattleTech strategy game, the Pirates are the black market in particular is really strong. It's really strong. So the series is going to be an assassination, a scorched earth, and then an infiltration.
What's scorched earth again? Is that just a raid?
That's like this. It's like the enhanced version of demolition.
Demolition. All right.
So this one is the what battlefield is it? It's a cold battlefield. I'm gonna use the archer.
I'm gonna bring in the Shadowhawk.
I'm gonna have them go in, I don't know, just javelins or something. Bring the fire support to the table. Mokronak says he loves the BattleTech black market. That's basically how you get the best stuff in the game. I mean, the great houses will sell you really high quality equipment, but like it's more specific. Like, you know, Davion likes the autocannons, so that's what they sell you. Karita likes the PPCs, so you get the PPCs and the snub nose. Whereas you get a little bit of everything from the black market.
I'm gonna wake that base up and comes out.
Works for me.
Nothing
Okay,
is
so
coming
let's
out,
you know, I'm gonna change things up. You know, like so we've been talking about this and that. Oh God, what am I doing? Oh, let me lock onto this idiot. It is a I lost targeting on him.
Should have it now.
Oh, I lost targeting on him. Okay, I can directly see him now.
Incoming missile.
They both have LRM or AC-20s, so I'm just gonna bombard this idiot from a distance. It's like, unfortunately for the Centurion, I have more LRMs than him because we're in like the missile duel at the moment. Okay, he's about to drop if you can hit his center torso.
Yes, I can.
They
job.
All right, I'm locking on to... Oh, he's down as well. Bombarding the base.
Target destroyed.
Okay, so I am going to switch
Funny,
things
funny,
up a
funny.
little bit. I have a community question going on, and here is our general question. So I was looking at Twitter X, whatever you want to call it, and people were talking about toxicity in gaming, particularly in multiplayer games. And what do you guys think? Do you think online gaming in particular is toxic, yes or no? And if the answer is yes, has it gotten worse, or was it always that way? And if the answer is yes, is that a problem for you? And how do you manage it if it is a problem? I will answer as well. Like, don't worry. I will also give you my thoughts. But that is going to be the question. Okay, so Happy Teddy Bear, as he wants like the epistemological question. He's like, it depends on what you mean by toxicity. Like, so it is an issue of epistemology now. And for those who don't know, epistemology is the study of how we know things have meaning, basically. So what he's asking is, basically he's saying we need to define toxic. I'm going to define toxic as, you know what, like, why don't we agree upon a definition of toxic? Because I feel like people may have, like, different flavors of it. What is your definition of toxic, Dr. Sheriff Crab?
Well, you know me. I'm a simple man. I like to keep things simple. I would say possibly just, trolling. People sabotaging games. You can imagine you're playing some Helldivers 2, perhaps. Someone that's just like killing you overly just for like some simple-minded game. Toxic players could also include people who are just being like abusive, I guess, verbally. I would say like that kind of just like general assholery.
Okay, I think we can all agree that people who are like really like just bad sportsmanship, I would say could fall under the category of toxicity. Just like arguing, like lots and lots of arguing, especially if it's like, if it isn't a purpose for it. Okay, if you're playing Among Us, there's going to be arguments in Among Us because Among Us is like a who did the murder type of game. I don't think that I think it's fine to have arguments in Among Us. But like if you're playing a game and you're basically why do you suck? Fucking suck ass suck. Suck. And you're just having an argument that has like nothing to do with anything. Like a shouting match, basically. Then, that's probably toxic. Yeah, I would say like griefing, like trolling and griefing. Like if you're just like, you're just there to like watch the world burn. Like if you're just going in to like cause a problem. Like I would say that's probably toxic. But I mean, like, I think that there are some limits. Like, if you're playing a game, and let's say you're not playing a competitive, like, it's not, or it's competitive, but it's not like a ranked mode. You're just playing, like, Overwatch. And let's say you choose a less popular hero. Some people would consider that being toxic because you're throwing the game. They would accuse you of throwing the game. Now, I feel like if you are playing in casual, then I don't think there's any argument for that. Because if you're playing just like normal mode, you should be able to use whatever you want, like, because it's not ranked. And I've heard an argument, even in ranked, if you're using a character that's unpopular, the argument is, well, if I'm throwing the game, why am I in the same rank as you? It means that despite playing a less popular character, I'm better at the game. That's why I'm in the same rank. You're playing a meta character, I'm playing a worse character. That's why I'm in the same rank as you. And they might say, yeah, but you're bringing us down. He had a counter argument for that too, a pretty good one. He said, no, I'm not bringing us down. This is the skill level I'm supposed to be at. And I accept that my character brings my skill level down, but I'm so good with this character that it will be fine for you. So what it means is I'm actually playing below my skill level to be here with you.
Where'd you come from?
Which I'm like, I'm like, that was like the most like intellectual way to say, yeah, you're trash, bro. Like, I'm just in the same bracket with you because you're trash.
Yeah, it's like if I'm bad, then that means you're bad kind of thing.
Yeah, it's like if I'm bad, then you're worse. If I'm using a non-meta character. All right, so those are going to be my definitions of toxic. Let's see what the chat says.
Be sure to take
I
it
think that'd
apart.
be funny. Alright, ammo. What do you need? Or will you kill it?
We got a battle mech along the way. I want to like kill it.
Oh, okay.
Who is this thing behind me?
Target destroyed.
We got you, boss.
Oh, it's a Centurion. Well, you know, who knows? We might get it as salvage. So, Ace Tracker says, no, bad communities, they do exist. However, I have stopped playing multiplayer games. So he's also answering how he deals with it. Because, like, that is part of the question. Like, if you believe that communities and games can be toxic, how do you manage it? And his answer is that he doesn't play multiplayer games anymore. That's definitely one way to manage it. Macronox says, I had a really long answer for it, but in short, it has gotten more toxic. With more idiots joining the game and being dickheads, I just tend to ignore them and don't join competitive games. So Macronox is saying that not only are games toxic, but it's gotten worse over time, and his method for managing toxicity is to get out of competitive games. Because that's where he sees it more often. Let me tell you, I've seen Uno be toxic. I've seen like people like losing their goddamn minds in Uno. So like, you know, if you could lose your mind in Uno, you know, I'm not putting it past anybody. You know what? I'm gonna take the urban mech. I'm gonna roll 7 salvage over. That way we can, like, you know, we can build up a bit of salvage in case something good drops.
I have a slightly more nuanced answer to this.
Okay.
And I don't think it's so much like generally the multiplayer audience. I think there's a core mainstream of players. I think the mainstream multiplayer player basically is toxic. I think that's just the way it is, because they play the mainstream games like Call of Duty, you know, your sports games, your Battlefield, all those really mainstream games. They're all toxic, and they have been for years. We all remember, you know, Modern Warfare 2 lobbies. They were hectic. So the best example I have of this is 2 very good examples of this: Rust and Ark Survival Evolved. Right, those 2 games when they first came out, Ark is the prime example of this. Rust is beyond even conversation, to be honest, at this point. But let me just select a mech real quick.
Oh, it's Scorched Earth, which is demolition. Also cold environment still.
I kind of want to use that commando, actually. I'm going to steal it off him.
Oh, jeez.
So, yes, Ark, perfect example. The reason why it's the perfect example is because when that game first released, it was just people who liked dinosaurs. You know, that's the sort of people who were playing with the game. They weren't, there wasn't anything to it, and that was great. We all had a common goal. And then, whenever the game developed more as a survival game, all the mainstream survival players joined in, such as people from Rust, and as the mainstream
It's
players
literally
joined
a
in,
story
that's
from
when
Avatar. It's like everything was fine until the Fire Nation attacked.
Precisely. And then, oh, PPCX, fine. Then, yeah, it was no longer a very friendly game and became toxic, so... And to your answer to how I deal with it, yeah, I don't play the game anymore.
That seems to be like what a lot of people do. Okay, so, you know, like, it's interesting. It's definitely... So another one saying that the toxicity has grown worse. Maybe it's due to migrations or something, but it seems to have grown worse. Or other communities can invade and like make something toxic. It definitely seems like some communities are more inherently toxic than others. Let me see what other people are saying. Actually, I need to aim. I need to focus. Give me a second, Chad. I gotta focus on aiming.
Target acquired.
Yeah, I'm gonna run around a cooldown a little bit. Okay, loaded all those guys.
Okay, I'm gonna like just smash some of these other guys. I need to get closer. I can't even hit this Manticore. Can I hit him with the SRMs? Yeah, sort of.
Incoming missile.
You can try to get him with the SRMs. I love how the SRMs are more accurate than the PPCX. Like that, it's like I can actually volley them. I'm just gonna get to work on the walls, to be honest. Because like the walls are honestly not bad. If you can walk through them, you do get a lot of percentage. Oh, I got a Centurion in here. I'm working on the Centurion real fast.
These cannons we want to destroy, actually, they are like mega good.
Oh, I shut down. Damn it. Yeah, here's your chance, Centurion. Oh, never mind. My ally got him.
He's dead. I got him.
I also just like killing these cannons in general. Let me tell you what's toxic. These cannons are toxic.
They all hurt, but our contract calls for us to wipe them off the face of this system. You've managed to demolish about half.
You want to wipe them off the face of the system? That sounds kind of toxic, Rihanna.
This area is a little like
Sounds
stranded.
downright genocidal.
Push, and then we can all go home.
Okay, I silenced the guns. Now I'm gonna smash some walls.
There's one more over here, actually, but I don't think it's gonna matter.
I expect
So Logan says when faced with it,
this result.
assuming toxicity, he tends to be stubborn and not budge. Okay, so you know that's kind of similar to how I am. I would not describe myself as a toxic person in general, but under the right conditions, I can get really toxic. Like, I can get really bad when the conditions are correct. Like, I will dedicate the rest of that particular gaming session to making life worse for another person if the correct... Like, okay, I remember I played World of Warcraft, and this one guy, I just was chatting with somebody. We're in a very casual mode, and this guy was mad that I was chatting and just, like, having a conversation with somebody instead of, like, staying on task and completing the objectives, because he was on, like, the grind. And, you know, the other guy and I were basically, we were just playing the game casually, because it wasn't a competitive mode. But it is a mode, nevertheless, that, you know, you can go faster, and therefore you can do more games per minute if you're as efficient as possible. And I wouldn't call us inefficient, but, you know, yes, if we really, really focused on playing, then we could be even more efficient. This guy was really upset about it. And so, like, at first I was like, you know, I'm like, hey, calm down, man. It's like, it's not even that big a deal. You know, we're still ahead of schedule. And he's like, I could be queued into another island if you would shut up and get the rest of the resources. And once he said that to me, I'm like, okay, you're going to get all of them by yourself now. He's like, what? I'll report you for AFK. I'm like, you need 2 votes. You need his vote. You both have to vote me AFK to kick me. And he's not going to do it because, like, he thinks I'm cool. He's like, yeah, I'm not doing anything. And I'm like, don't, just stop. Don't do anything. Make him finish the rest of the match by himself. Because we were like 50% done. Now you got to pick. I was like, now you got to pick. Do you want to quit out and lose all of the progress you have right now? Or does the sunk cost fallacy get its grip into you, and do you finish the game at a slower speed by yourself? You motherfucker, I'm so... And he starts trying to do it by himself. And, like, what I start doing is grabbing more enemies and pulling them over to him, because he's using big area of effect attacks. And so I'm not doing any damage. I'm just running by them and luring them over. And I start getting him killed because as he's trying to get more guys, he's getting those guys onto him as well. And so I get him killed twice. And he's just like, he tells me the most, like, horrible things. He's like, I hope migrants arrive at your house and kill your family. I'm just like, damn, like, that's pretty serious. It's a cool story, though, bro. I promise you, I will let you know as soon as the migrants killed my family. I'm going to put you on my friends list, in fact. You will get the play-by-play as soon as the migrants killed my family. Because, like, I'm like, you know, like, the more out of control somebody gets, the more I want to get them more out of control. And this guy is, like, just, like, losing his mind. And I did. I made him play the rest of the match by himself while I went onto the highest mountain. And I was like, get to work, slave. You farm resources for me. He's like, no, I don't. I don't farm resources for you. Then leave and give up the time. I am the puppet master. You tap dance to me. Ah, you plebeian. You are my slave now. Like, I was, like, really, really playing it up. And it's like, you know, was I being a jerk? Probably. But, like, I also didn't care. I was like, oh, this is an infiltration.
He deserved it. That's my opinion.
And like basically, if the conditions are right, I will get like super toxic, if the conditions are met. And that was an example of where the conditions were met. The I also just like to do in certain PvP games. I don't know. I like play styles that aggravate people. Like sometimes I will do a play style that just makes people quit out of the game. It's not illegal. It's not illegal. It's not against the rules. It's not modding or hacking or anything. In Magic the Gathering, I will do play styles that are just like that. People, I'm just not dealing with this. I quit just because I'm like an asshole. So it's like can I be toxic? Absolutely. I would generally say I'm not toxic. I will drop what I'm doing. Okay, I was playing Fortnite with my pal Meme, and the theme of this season was vehicles. We spent the entire match trying to stop this guy from reviving his ally. Like, we played for like, it was like a 20-minute match. We spent the entire match, because we were playing twos, so it was like 2-man teams until you populate a 100-team lobby, so 50 teams of 2. We spent the entire game trying to stop this guy from reviving. Everywhere he went, we would be there in a car, like running him down, and like we chased him to the ends of the earth for no other point, for no purpose other than to stop him from reviving his like ally, and like we just did it to be jerks. Now I don't know if he was annoyed about it. I'm sure he was like, "How is it possible? Everywhere we like these guys are chasing me to the ends of the earth." But I did it anyways, just because, like, I don't know, we thought it was hilarious. So, like, you know, basically, do I think games are more toxic? Okay, I got a very specific answer here. I think games have gotten more elitist, for the most part. I don't know if games are more toxic, because, like, let me tell you, like, Call of Duty lobbies were super toxic. They were hella toxic. Like, for real, man. Like... Counter-Strike, you know, On God, Counter-Strike, On God, Call of Duty, oh, Halo 3 lobbies. Hey, you'd get like 10 seconds, like, yeah! People like losing their minds. And then when the post-match, you know, when the two sides get to communicate for like 10 seconds, like you would hear the most like batshit crazy stuff. Like you'd have like this, oh fuck, I will kill you in real life. I will track you down and kill you in real life. And then there'll be some 5-year like meow, 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 meow. Right, and then there'll be some girl like, oh my god, screaming in the background. Like it would be like, you know, like witnessed chaos. It was like crazy, like those like old lobbies back in the day.
Did you have salvage left over in this mission?
I'm just gonna grab like one of them, and then like we can get out of here.
But did you have any salvage left over from the contract?
Oh, I don't even care, to be honest. Just grab it and we'll go. And so I mean, I feel like I don't know if it's any more or less toxic. Maybe gaming has become, maybe more competitive games have appeared, because we didn't have like League of Legends, we didn't have Defense of the Ancients, Valorant. So maybe toxic, maybe more competitive games that encourage more toxic behavior have appeared, which is why it may seem like things have gotten more toxic. But, okay, I'm heading to the extraction. But, what I've noticed is that games have gotten more elitist. Like, I'll use World of Warcraft as an example again. If you do one thing wrong, once you get closer to the end game, oh man, people, I remember. I was in a dungeon in World of Warcraft. So we're going, and there's a part where you need to pass through a gauntlet of electricity. And this guy cannot do it. And this guy is basically, the leader of the group was basically like, you know, like, what's wrong? You can't make it through here? And I'm like, it has nothing to do with the game. It's a mechanic. You have to do the mechanic. And he's like, you know, like, that doesn't mean I'm bad at the game. Like, yeah, you're shit at this game. Like, if you can't get through the electric mechanic, you are trash. You should uninstall right now. And it's like, why don't you just revive me on the other side of the lightning puzzle? You're like a priest. You could revive me and it would skip me through. Like, you'd skip me through. He's like, no, you are going to go through it. You are going to do it again until you get it right, because you suck. You suck. Get through that lightning puzzle right now. And I'm like, man, I'm glad that I got through it on my first try. I'm just like sitting here on the other side of it, just kind of like, yep. It's
Is it
not
eating
me.
popcorn?
Not me getting chewed out right now. I mean, I wouldn't care too much, but I was still just glad. I'm glad I'm not the guy who's like, you know, like getting owned like 7 times trying to get through it. But yeah, like that's what it was. And he just like was like going, oh, there's a arena with like a multi-op arena. And so I feel like gaming has gotten more elitist in particular. So maybe the flavor of toxicity has changed, but I don't know if things have gotten more or less toxic. As for like how do I cope with toxicity, like I said, like I'm also a toxic player. Not in general. Like in general, I'm pretty civilized, but like I said, if the right conditions. Oh, a Shadowhawk. Do we need it? A Shadowhawk 2K? I don't think we have that. We don't have a Shadowhawk.
No, we need it. We need it.
Okay.
We need it.
Okay. Getting a Shadowhawk 2K. New acquisition for us.
Oh! It's the energy one.
Of course it is, because it's the K model, the based Corita model.
The base Karina model. Send that.
Kind of
via to
strange
full
hard
storage.
points, but yeah, you know,
I like it.
PPCX is fine.
SRMs and PPCX is kind of what I'm smelling.
It's like, do you smell what the rock is cooking? No, but we will smell what that thing is done cooking once we shoot at people. We got a quick question. Mad Cat the Lad says, are the DLCs worth buying? I mean, if you get them all on sale, definitely. But if you can't get them on sale, I would say the most essential DLC is Heroes of the Inner Sphere, because it gets you 6 additional mechs. It also gives you career mode, and it introduces some of the important side stories that give you really good hero mechs. Am I a fan of the blue Stasis deck? I haven't specifically played Stasis, but I do play similar. Like, I will create blue decks that don't have a win condition. Actually, that's a lie. They don't have a traditionally mechanically viable win condition. The win condition is that the other person just concedes. That's basically the win condition. So, like, it will just be the most, like, aggravated, the most aggravating playstyle that I could just come up with. And, like, it has no clear pathway to victory. So I don't even have to worry about properly balancing. Like, I could just put annoying cards in. Like, cards, I'm just like, oh, maybe one day you will play the game. Not today, however. But that's kind of how I feel about gaming toxicity these days. Ace Tracker says, when I was in college, I was extremely good at Team Fortress 2. I would enter random public servers and would dominate with like 60 to 90 kills, and the entire server would quit. I have seen people like do that in Halo. Like, I've seen, like, oh, it's the real Master Chief has like joined the battle, and it's like
he is Master Chief.
Yeah, I will dedicate my entire game to try to get 1 kill on. I remember he was an Onyx player. Onyx is the highest league in the highest ranked league. It makes a difference too. Let me tell you, an Onyx player, he might as well be the Master Chief. I spent the entire game trying to kill him once, and I couldn't kill him even once. Even though, like, I was like, forget about the objective. I just need to kill this guy once, and I couldn't do it. Okay, so this is a multi-op arena. It's a free-for-all. Let me get maximum salvage and money. 31 salvage a mission and 1.7 million C-bills. So this one has a tonnage limit. I'm just going to use the high there again, actually. The high there is pretty nice. Chubby Demon and Lycan Metal, welcome to the show.
Hello, guys.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, I guess the other thing is, like, is toxicity a problem? I mean, I really don't know. I mean,
It depends on the
toxicity,
context as well.
toxicity can be a problem when it ruins the battle. Like, if you're doing ranked and you're really trying to win, and then your team, the morale breaks, and you're basically just like, oh, we would have, maybe if you weren't such a suck-ass motherfucking piece of garbage, dog shit loser who should uninstall the game right now. Like, you know, like, then it'll get on my nerves where I'm like, oh my god, I'm actually trying to improve my rank at the moment. But,
You just hit them with the old go out and touch grass
New
move.
target, Commando.
yeah, it's like, the problem is that if you run into something, I mean, you never do. Tyler won, though. Tyler won.
Trap. I don't think so.
What is this thing? It's a commando? Like, Tyler 1 is, like, jacked, so he does touch grass, and he's also super... Like, Tyler 1 is, like, probably one of the most interesting people in gaming. Like, did you hear the story that he became one of the highest-ranking chess players?
Took a hit. Let's see if that shifts the momentum.
Like,
here.
he literally is fueled by toxicity.
Target destroyed.
Like, he played a chess match with his brother, and he's like, heh, looks like I got you, bro. Looks like you lost. And he got so mad about it. Because at first he was like, chess is for fucking nerds. Like, you're just like optimizing being a nerd. But he got so mad about it that he dedicated himself to mastering chess, and now he's like one of like the higher ranking chess players. Like, just fueled by pure, like, hatred.
Very funny, actually.
And I'm not. It's genuinely. I'm like, you know, I can't be. I mean, I can't say anything bad about him. Like, he's just fueled by pure self-hatred. He hates himself so much that he isn't good at chess and was able to be beaten by. Like, someone was able to get a legitimate insult through his pride, and he hated himself so much that he's like, I'm just gonna learn to play chess. And he did it in like 6 months. Imagine becoming like a top-ranking chess player in 6 months. I'm like, it's like, it genuinely. I'm like, I don't know. I can't say anything bad about him. Mladen Vidovich. I don't know how to pronounce. Like, maybe the M is silent. Maybe it's Laden Vidovich. Gifts a membership. It went to Caesar LaRota. Thank you so much for the gifted membership. Let me just call him Vidovich. I'm pretty sure I could pronounce that better. Oh, God. You, like, laid him out. He just, like, went down, like, oh, God. Just, like, flapped down onto the ground.
It's like ragdoll.
Lycan Metal says, yeah, but what if you just mute people? That's the, like, cyberbullying argument. He's like, cyberbullying? Imagine getting cyberbullied. Just turn off the, like, monitor. Just turn your computer off. How are you getting cyberbullied? Like, that's like that one right there. I mean, like, I rarely block people myself just because I'm like, like I said, I can get pretty toxic myself, so, like, I just tend to not block people. I mean, it's not to say that I won't block people, and it's not to say that I don't kick people out of, like, my communities and whatnot, but honestly, I don't really kick people out for my sake. I kick people out for other people's sake, just because other people can't handle toxicity as well as I can, or other people, they get, like, too animated. Like, you know, they don't know, you know, like, they take it a little too seriously and it disrupts the community. So I'll kick people, I will police people for that. It's kind of weird. Like, what
the heck?
I want a community that puts the shopping cart away. I'll put it that way. When people are done shopping, I like communities that put the shopping cart away, even if I'm the person who enjoys chaos. Like, it's a strange paradox.
Yeah, I think it makes sense. My audio is also messed up, so I'm gonna restart the.
Here's one of the reasons why I don't dislike toxicity, and I think this is a good argument. You guys can tell me what you think, chat. Look, when you are, like, let's say you're a retail employee, we already have to wear masks. I don't mean COVID masks. I mean, like, we have to wear masks to pretend to be nice, to pretend to, you know, fit better into society. And, like, sometimes you just don't want to wear the mask anymore. Sometimes you just want to, like, go off on people because I'm just so sick of, like, you know, people, like, taking advantage of the fact that I'm a retail employee and they're antagonizing me, knowing that if I talk back to them, they'll talk to my manager and get me fired. It's like, you know, you kind of just wish, I just want to take the mask off. I just want to say what I want to say for once. I just want to be anonymous on the internet, and I just want to say some outrageous bullshit. Like, you know, that's kind of why I don't mind toxicity, because, you know, I get it. A lot of people who are toxic to me, I honestly think are just people who are having a really bad day, and they just need a way to kind of, like, cut loose. And that's why I don't necessarily blame them.
I'm gonna get you to reinvite me here, by the way. My audio is weird.
Okay, that's fine. But at the same time, you know, I get it. It can also be really annoying. So, you know, like, I don't know. Like, that's kind of, I think I have, like, maybe I'm too nuanced in my view on toxicity, but that's what I think. But that was our community question of the day. Also, let me get the sheriff a new invite. There you go.
Loading this wage up.
Let me see what the chat is saying. Lycan Metal says, that he could be very toxic. I believe it, Lycan Metal. You know, like, you've been a member of the community a long time. Like Lycan is really chill, but I bet if you say the right things, it's like, it's over now. It's on. Like, hold on a second now. Macronox says, I can handle a lot of aggression from others due to his time at school and work experience. Yeah, that's like, I'm pretty similar in that. Did the invite not go through?
Nope.
Okay, let me try it again. Did this one go through?
Yes.
Okay. But let's return back to a BattleTech related question. So last we've been looking for initial thoughts on the mechs that you guys voted for. So we already asked what people think about the Flea and the Commando. So we're actually getting a related one. So what are your initial thoughts on the Javelin? Do you think this mech is decent? And do you think that maybe this playthrough is going to change your mind on the Javelin? What do you think? What's your thoughts on the Javelin, Dr. Sheriff Crab?
I really like the Javelin. It's one of my favorite, preferred light mechs, especially early in the game. I mean, like I said, I do like the Commando, but I actually do agree with your point of view on the why use a Commando when you can use a Javelin. It's a very valid point, and I think when you break it down, there's always a mech that you may as well just use instead of another one. So, yeah, I agree. I really like it, and I don't think this playthrough is going to change my mind on it because I've used it quite a lot. But and I also don't think we're going to find anything. I don't think we're going to find out anything overly spectacular about it. I don't think we're going to find like the new Javelin 10N build or the new Javelin 10F build. I think they are what they are.
Hey, Mech fans, it's your
I don't
boy
know an
Jackson
awful
and
lot
Connie in
about.
the broadcast saddle. We've
If
got a
there's
real
any other
tasty
ones,
match
I'm
about
not
to
sure if
unfold.
there's any
They
Lost
better
Tech ones
deliver
or if this
goods,
is it.
Jackson, or, the fans will be salty.
Yeah, so my opinion is very similar in the sense that I really like the Javelin, and as a result, I use a lot of Javelins. There's also not that many Javelin models. One of the models I haven't really used is the P model, the 10P model. But what I feel is that I don't think I'm going to learn much about the Javelin, but I do feel like the Javelin will probably...
Crap, we need to kill that badly.
Oh, where is it?
Acquired.
Oh, it's right in front of me. It's jamming my missile range. My view on it is that we're probably just going to, reconfirm that the Javelin is good. That's kind of like... That's how I see it. We're just going to confirm that, oh, it turns out the Javelin is good. Who would have guessed? I don't know if we're going to, really come up with anything groundbreaking on it. I think the term, I think the scientific term is to reify. Why are people on me like this? Is that a term they use in your field, Doctor? Is that I think the term is reify?
Yeah, I've heard people say it before. Yeah, I wouldn't be...
Is it too kind of a douchebag kind of word? Like, oh,
yeah,
you're a real
not
snobby scientific douche.
Maybe a little bit, but I would maybe more just say to be honest. I'm not that.
I mean, I should not have brought this long-range model. I didn't think I'd be stuck in close combat like this, but here I am.
Hopefully we get the crab.
Do you know what model that was?
No, I wasn't paying attention actually.
Cotton, there's another opponent down for the count.
Alright, you're done.
Counting is so overrated.
Does he? I don't know if they eject or not. Do they eject?
I'm just lost.
Damn, he'll have to battle through without one of his legs now. It will take some real
Beat the
legwork
crap out of him.
to win
If there's something I like about the Archer is
Mason picks up
the fact. Okay, one of the biggest advantages the Archer has over the
including me.
catapult. Let's say the catapult was also 70 tons. Fists. Being able to punch with fists, that actually really helps.
I love battle fists. The Shadowhawk also has battle fists. Oh, we didn't get the crab.
I wonder what model it was, to be honest.
I can't remember.
I can't.
I'll tell you what, I will rewind.
Was this the first battle or the second battle?
That was the second one.
Okay, I'll just take everything then. Let's see what the chat has to say about the Javelin. Like Email says the Javelin has the best walk and yeah, it has this kind of bouncy pumping animation. Vidovich says, will there be a day one for MechWarrior 5 clans? Probably not. I may need to play it a bit late, and that's because the Sheriff has some business on the day it launches. But we will be on it as soon as his business is completed. So it might be 2 or 3, maybe 4 days later. But unless they delay the game, which there's no sign of them delaying the game just yet.
Crab 20.
But the let me repair these.
Yeah, with the Crab 20 we were fighting there.
Okay, that means it wasn't a super rare one. If it was a rare one, then that would have been that might have been worth restarting for. So let's sell some of these off. We get 1.1 million for that Centurion, 333 for the Urban Mech. I'll sell one of these Commandos off. 400,000 for the Commando. Sell one of these Javelins off. Almost 500,000 for that Javelin. That's pretty good. We don't need 2 9Rs, so I'm going to sell one of the 9Rs off. 500,000 for the 9R.
All right. Not a lot of work to kill.
Yeah, I mean, like, the salvage, I mean, I was kind of hoping we would get a new, something just new overall, but we did get some money. I think there was another mech we needed to buy here. Yes, there's which Grasshopper model do we have?
Where is it? Am I blind? I am blind. 5H.
Okay, we don't need that one then. Let's check out, what's this rare? Wait, there's another. Okay, it's a light mech battle.
Okay.
I think I'm just going to go money on this, because there's a chance that none of the mechs appear as salvage.
Might as well get, like, the rarest light mech possible.
Yeah, I mean, that would just be it. I'm going to use the flea. Wait, no, I'm going to use the PPCX Commando.
Then I will use the other one. Actually, no, I'll bring the high there. Why not?
Okay, there we go. Yeah, we need to use the PPCX Commando a little more.
Curiously, no one's selecting Panthers there.
Our assigned mech target is
Yeah,
on the
I was
field.
debating it.
Let's take it
Yeah,
down.
it's garbage.
I mean, it would have been like
Here we go! These MechWarriors
They got an
are
urban
set
mech?
to do
They got
battle.
one really slow one.
Riches and glory are
It wasn't
up
the
for
fancy one, no.
grabs.
So, Logan says Javelins are some of the most reliable light mechs, in his opinion. I definitely agree with that. It's straightforward and has no nonsense. Yeah, it's not a fancy mech, but let me tell you, it gets the job done. Chubby says Javelin's definitely very reliable amongst light mechs. Once again, yeah, I don't think we're gonna learn anything about it. Like, what you're gonna learn is that the Javelin is good. Now, if you've never used the Javelin before, then maybe you'll be turned on to the Javelin. But, oh, you know, let me get a Javelin next time I play. But the Javelin is like, Javelin works. It just works, in the words of Todd Howard. All right, so the last of the light mechs you guys voted for is the Panther. What are your initial thoughts about the Panther? Do you like the Panther? Dislike the Panther? Do you think that we're going to learn much about the Panther? Do you predict it's going to do well? What are your thoughts about the Panther, Dr. Sheriff?
I think it's pretty crap, to be honest. It's slow, it's PPC based, it's just all the things I'm not happy about.
So I'm switching to an encrypted frequency so that the Order of Five Pillars doesn't listen in to us. Before I go, like, do not hate me, Draconis combined, like Panther, very based mech, very good mech. Switching to encrypted transmissions real quick.
Yeah, it's a piece of rubbish, let's be honest. Having said that, the Hero Panther is quite good actually, and the Lost Tech Panther is also pretty good. So I do have a caveat in there, and the reason why is because the Lost Tech one's fast, and that's when you can start to get a bit more fun with the light mech. So it's just slow light mechs are good. I think it's a pretty good rule of thumb, to be honest.
Damn, I'm on like shutdown. Like I'm like constantly getting shut down due to the flamers. Like the fire starter actually did his thing. We just now powered back up. Yeah, this mech definitely needs more heat sinks. Now, I definitely do not like the Panther myself. I think the Panther is it's an example of one of the mechs that it works fine in BattleTech strategy. In fact, I will actively use the Panther in the strategy game, but it's not great in MechWarrior 5. I think it's a cool looking mech. I like the the Panther head and everything, but like, oh man, it's just the Panther just ain't it. That's the only way I can describe it. The problem with it, you know, the speed is definitely, it doesn't matter. The maximum armor just doesn't matter when you're so slow. Like, and really the issue is that light mechs do not defend themselves with armor. The armor is kind of like accident protection. That's the way I would describe armor on a light mech. It's just insurance against accidents. Like, that's the reason why, what is harder to kill, an urban mech, a panther, or a locust? You know, sure, sometimes you just get a really nasty hit and blow up the locust right off the bat, but generally speaking, I would say that a locust is going to be harder to kill, you know, a commando is harder to kill, a Jenner is harder to kill, because they're just faster. And, like, yeah, they have less armor, but they are able to evade more gunfire. And overall, you can evade more total damage than you can withstand through armor. And, like, that's really... Because basically, this is the way to describe it. Like, when... okay, so we leveled up on the arena. We get 800,000 C-bills. We get 3 tier 2... Or, no, we get 2 tier 3 light rifle burst fire. We get a tier 2 AC2 rapid fire and a tier 1 PPCX. I'll take the PPCX. That saves us some cash. And we're actually looking decent on money. Okay, let's see what these rare mechs are. Maybe one of these rare mechs will be something interesting. But the, so, you know, when you're in a slow mech like the Panther, and let's say a Javelin's pulling up on you, like Javelin, square up, bitch, square up with me. Well, like, when he launches his 12 missiles at you, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if you get hit by all 12 missiles because of how slow you are. And let me tell you, when you're a light mech, you don't want to get hit by all 12 missiles. Even an Atlas doesn't want to get hit by all 12 missiles, but at least the Atlas has a humongous amount of armor. We need Marauders, don't we?
For our mission?
Yeah, I think Marauders are on the list.
Yep.
All right, so here we go. You know, like, it's 4.8 million C-bills. Let me go and grab it. Introducing the Marauder 3R. The Marauder, I believe, is... The 3R model, I believe, is, like, the standard model. But, yeah, I guess. It also came with most of its weapons intact. Only the AC-5 was out. Let me go ahead and shake it out. Do you want to customize it, or do you want me to do it?
Up to you. Do you have anything in mind you'd like to do?
Since you did the Warhammer, I'll do the Marauders.
Fair enough.
Like, I will do
Sounds
it. Like,
good to me.
the first thing I'm gonna do the most logical build for the Marauder. Like, like, this is the obvious build. I mean, it would be great if I could. I guess I gotta buy me some ghetto PPCXs.
Yeah, I think we're right then.
And I will do... what kind of laser am I putting here?
Interestingly, I previously ran it with 2 large lasers and an AC-5 and literally just give it to the AI, and has so much armor. It was actually quite good. Because I don't really care so much for the AI getting like loads of damage. I just want tank and kill vehicles. So that was how I ran it personally, but basically because I don't like piloting it.
Let me trim down the head, trim down the legs. What am I gonna put here for an autocannon? I've got basically, what, 13 tons. 13, what am I gonna do with 13 tons? I believe... Well, let me add some heat sinks in first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 heat sinks? Question mark? Oops. Eight heat sinks doesn't sound too bad. Well, we don't have a lot of room left. What is a... I know exactly what I'm gonna put here. Oh man, people are gonna love this.
That's so silly.
People are gonna love this. Okay, this is the obvious build. There we go.
I mean, I can see nothing better.
There we go. I could have put a bigger gun on, but you know what? I don't want to put a bigger gun on because I want the heat sinks so that I can fire the PPCXs on cooldown. That's what I really want. What is this? Okay, this is a lance duel. Let's just do a lance duel.
You know what? I think a pretty good build for the Marauder
reading
they
heavy
are.
weather warnings
One
out there, Commander.
heavy rifle,
Expect
right? Do the
limited
main damage,
visibility
and then a
and
couple
sensible
of
functions on
large
this
laser
mission.
short bursts just to like finish things off. I actually think that would be quite nice.
I don't
Might
think
give it a
Ball and
try.
Colin is happy with the redesign.
Possibly not. He also gave us a nice hint about the Panther 10P that it might be we might be able to get it during the Project Cold Snap mission series.
Oh yeah. Chubby found a few missions where the 10. I mean, I will absolutely restart as many times as I need to if it means getting those. I want to use a bigger mech this time around. What do you want? We can use anything we want. What do you want to use? It's 4v4.
I'm gonna bring my new Shadowhawk 2K with the PBCX. Is what I'm gonna bring.
I want to fire missiles again. I didn't get the fire missiles last time.
Missiles.
All right, I'm putting these in.
Guns, a chunky lance.
All of them have fists too. They're all like, put up your dukes, square up, asshole.
Does the
You know
Grasshopper
what's
have
weird?
fist?
I just realized, like, over time I've realized that I've been expanding my lingo in a bunch of different directions, and I've discovered, like, medieval brain rot, like, you know, obsolete, like, bringing back, like chicanery, words that people don't know about. Like, I'm going to basically bring medieval brain rot and regular brain rot combined with how I already talk, and I'm going to have the most, like, dilapidated way of speaking.
It's just so cursed.
Yeah, it's like anytime I talk, all my moots and oomfies are going to be like, yeah, we don't know this guy.
Are
He's
you a
cringe.
missile man, or are you? Yeah, you're a missile.
Yeah.
Enforcer.
Yeah,
Do
you
we
are
have a
shooting
I have a
missiles.
visual on that Enforcer?
Yeah, I can see it. I'm just gonna wait here for it. Oh, you hit a nice little flag.
All right, it's time to cook. I don't know how I hit him. Maybe his back was turned.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
I will keep shooting him as long as I got a maintained visual on him. I mean, if he just wants to go further away, I mean, he can do it.
I'm quite happy to stand here and watch.
I've got over 2,000 missiles, so I'm not running out of ammo anytime soon.
What are these guys doing?
It's interesting strategy.
They're green pilots. They're dumb.
All I wish is that I had Artemis. If you had Artemis, is so much more accurate. Okay, well,
It's starting to glow.
I guess I'll take the Javelin next. He's a green pilot, so he's not going to have any damage resistance. He is smaller though, so the missiles will be less accurate. Oh, something's shooting at you. Why are they shooting at you? You have literally done no damage whatsoever.
Evidently, that doesn't matter. We actually need a blackjack. Do we have any salvage in this mission?
Yes? Question mark?
It might be worth literally annihilating that thing.
Well, my missiles are not good at focusing their damage, so.
Sounds like the perfect job. Thing for the job.
Precision strike. They won't be able to reattach that.
How do you get up here?
Target acquired.
Maybe that's why they can't figure it out. All right, I'm gonna save the blackjack for last. Oh, that's a lot of damage on the one volley. Almost destroyed the Jenny.
Ah,
His firepower just took a hit.
All right, I'm commencing bombardment on the blackjack.
Off the board. Mason is brimming with confidence.
I still have 1,700 missiles as well. I do feel like I might promote one of these LRM launchers into a 20, because like I'm not generating any heat really. Like this mech is completely sustainable on it. Yeah, grab his leg real fast.
I cannot see a thing.
That mech weapon
That's probably good enough.
victory.
Launching the missiles.
They can't afford to lose another leg, or this match will be over.
That's why we need mechs with more legs. Then if you lost 2 legs, it'd be fine. It'd be like, oh, I've got like,
Down his name after that.
I've got like additional legs.
Lands an effective strike. Mason knocks another mech
Well,
out of the
Chronox
fight.
says, isn't the Archer supposed to be special and that it clusters its, that's like a Battletech only thing? You're talking about that targeting module that it has? Yeah, I mean, they don't have any of the special mech quirk effects in MechWarrior 5. Like the Jaeger mech and the Rifleman should have the systems that allow you to... They have systems that predict the trajectory of targets and allow you to kind of lead your shots better. Well, we got the Enforcer, I guess.
Great. this isn't the Enforcer playthrough. I feel like we found quite a few of those.
I took 0 damage. We killed
I
3
really
blackjacks. That's 1.3 million C-bills, and 3 tier 5 flamers, and some heat sinks. We'll take it. That's pretty good, actually.
This is the one thing I like about killing Enforcers. If you core them out, you literally salvage all their weapons.
Oh yeah, and we get about just shy of 600,000 on the
It's alright. It's money. It's money.
Yeah, and then we get to keep the rest of the stuff. That's pretty decent. I mean, honestly, PPCs are pretty good for reselling. Like, I tend to collect... I collect PPCs to sell them off. Or let's see what chat was saying earlier. I remember restarting Bring Her Home over and over just to get the Marauder, too. Yeah, like, you could redo the missions, absolutely. Ace Tracker says, have you done the locations that automatically give you mechs? Or are you not interested in that? You mean, like, Valencia? I mean, I would just wind up selling it because we're not doing the Wolverine this playthrough. Like and Metal says, I do that too. Pull stuff from different languages from time to time just to show them off. Yeah, it's like, I mean, some brain rot is bad. Like Cook, I think that's a pretty good. I like the term. You know, like, you know, some are very abstract, like skibidi. Skibidi is a very abstract term because it simultaneously doesn't mean anything at all. But at the same time, there is an incorrect way to skibidi. Like, you know, you could skibidi wrong and be cringe. Or you can, like, skibidi well and show that you've been mewing for, like, 360 days in a row. So it's like, some words are rather... Oh, here's another archer. I don't think we have... We don't have a 2W, do we?
Nope.
This is a strange one. I don't think I've ever seen a 2W before either.
I've never even heard of it before.
Well, we got it.
Huh. That could be like missile mayhem here.
So this one has an extra... So basically it trades 2 of the lasers for 2 more missile launchers. That's interesting. That means you could technically form efficient LRM-20 because you could do an LRM-15 and an LRM-5, which, like, let me just show you what that would do. Let me show you. So an LRM-20 would be 10 tons. This one's 11 because of the Artemis system. So it would be 10 tons. But if you had an LRM-15 is 7 tons, and an LRM-5 is 2 tons. And so 7 plus 2 is 9. So it is technically 1 ton lighter than an LRM-20. So it is technically a more efficient way to form an LRM-20 with, in fact, what if you formed it out of 4 LRM-5s? Well, if you formed it out of 4 LRM-5s, it would be 2 times 4, which is 8. So you would have the equivalent of an LRM-20, but in 8 tons instead of 10.
That's
oh, yeah, I don't do that very often though, because it's not efficient on hard points. Now, if hard points didn't exist, then yeah, you would basically know. That's probably one of the reasons why the hard point system is a good idea, because then there just would literally be no point to LRM-20, because then you would just LRM-5 into LRM whatever you want.
Do you know why though? It's because you can't get like 0.5 tons of weapons in this game for some reason. Well, actually, you can. Wait a minute, you can, because the small laser is 0.5 tons. Why did it not just be 2.5 tons and the LRM-15 be 7.5? That doesn't even make any sense. Because the LRM-10 is exactly half of an LRM-20.
We're going to do it.
My brain is broken. Oh my god.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to put on 2 LRM-15s. Oh man, they're so low quality. It almost causes me pain to put on such a low... I hate putting on tier 0 items. There we go. Look at that. We just saved 6 tons.
So cursed.
Max the armor, which is not much because the archer already is... The archer is very heavily armored despite being a fire support mech.
That's why I headshot it if I can normally.
Okay. Move the ammo into the legs. And then we're just putting on nothing but heat sinks. Oh, that's not enough. That's not going to do it. This is not it, chat. These need to go. We need more heat sinks. Is that enough? Is that good? 2, 4, 6, 7 heat sinks. I don't know if that's enough, but we'll try it there. Because here's the thing. It doesn't matter how many missiles you fire. If you just overheat, then you don't fire any missiles. There we go.
They're pretty goofy looking, aren't they, archers?
Yeah, he's got like I don't know.
It's-
You know
yeah,
what's
mini
funny?
dudes.
You know what's funny? He the archer is based. Okay, so the sheriff. This will be his first experience with clan mechs. The archer looks very similar to the vulture. It's got like it looks like a giant nose, and then it's got the missile launchers on its side torso. The vulture is exactly the same. You just take the cockpit and just put it up at the top. That's all it is.
I'm looking it up. I need to see this.
Yeah, okay, we'll okay, I'll look it up with you. Or the Mad Dog, that's his proper name, the Mad Dog.
Mad Dog.
There we go. Okay, so here we have it. The Mad Doge. Look at that. The Mad. Let me make it a bit smaller.
It actually really does look like it. Except for it doesn't have fists, I guess.
Yeah, you just take the same thing, but what you do is you move the cockpit to the top of the mech, and then you have a Mad Doge. Oh, you got to reverse the legs too, but there you go.
2 LRM-20s, 2 medium pulse lasers, 2 large pulse lasers. That is kind of spicy.
Well, I mean, all clan mechs are like that. All clan mechs are like, wow, why do even intersphere mechs even exist?
86 kilometers an hour, 12 double heat sinks. Wow.
You know what I feel ripped off by is like you see how you have those like flaps, the armor flaps that protect the missiles. Like, why don't I have armor flaps?
Such a good point.
I feel kind of ripped off.
That'd be kind of cool watching them lift up and firing them when you're firing the missile, like with silo lifting.
Yeah, the catapult has them too. See the catapult right there? You can see the flaps that open up to shoot the missiles. I mean, in this case, this one has like the PPCs, but it doesn't change the artwork. The artwork is the same. Yeah, so the catapult has the same armor as a Warhammer, and then the archer almost is fully armored. Like full armor is like close to 470 units, because like the Orion has 450-ish. It is 5 tons heavier, so it can do more, but it's only a 5-ton difference. But yeah, like the Orion is basically fully armored. It's got like 456 or something like that. Clan LRMs are insane. Yeah, because you could fire them straight forwards. They don't jam up close, which is really nice. All right, though. Let me see. It's 6:04, so I think that's pretty good for today overall.
Yeah.
How do you think we did?
I think that stream absolutely flew in. To be honest, I did not realize it was already been 2 hours. So it must have done pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, we started late because we were talking and we didn't even realize that it was like time to oh shoot, it's like time to get started on the stream. I'm yapping away. So down in the chat, there's an invite to my Discord. We got about 1,300 people in here. If you want to join the community, I do chat with people. So if you ever have questions about MechWarrior, you can ask it there, whether it be a lore question or a MechWarrior 5 gameplay question, whatever you want to do. I also play a lot of other games there as well, and yeah, you can play with me as well. I do play with the community. Currently, what I'm playing a lot of right now is Fortnite and the First Descendant. Fortnite has a Gundam event happening in October. Like, you know, I'm a big fan of like mecha in general. So obviously I like BattleTech, I like Armored Core, I like Gundam, and I'm really looking forward to the Gundam event. Like, if they put the right skins in, I might be broke. I might buy all the skins.
Oh no.
Because like, yeah, like I mean like, you know, I subscribed to Crunchyroll and I typed in Gundam. Like, you got like every Gundam series. Like, oh well, you know, I know what I'm watching. But yes, you could join the community there, and like I said, you can ask questions, you can provide feedback, you know, because like occasionally I'll ask for opinions, like for the Warhammer, for example, and or you could just chat. Like I typically am in the chat rooms on a daily basis, including the voice chat, and yeah, if I'm in a public chat, you can join and you can talk. It's no big deal. I'm not a content creator who does not interact with the audience. I know some people don't, but that is not me. Anyways, let me leave with the schedule. So you guys know when I'm playing next. The schedule says Today's the 13th. Oh, it's Friday the 13th. That was kind of cursed, isn't it? So today we played MechWarrior. Tomorrow we're playing Generation Zero on Twitch. That is a robot apocalypse mech game where mechs have taken over the world and you got to survive and fight back in Swedish. You know, the game is in Sweden and everyone speaks in Swedish, so I don't understand what they're saying. But that's fine. I don't need to understand what they're saying. Is MechWarrior 5 Clans going to be delayed? I don't think so. I don't have any reason to believe, but let's find out. MechWarrior 5 Clans. Let's see if we can learn anything about it. Is it on Wikipedia? Can we get a release date? Okay, I didn't spell that very well. MechWarrior 5 Clans release date. Maybe the AI can help me. The AI cannot help me. Maybe it'll tell me on Steam. Release date 20 doesn't give me a specific day. Interesting. I don't know. So I don't know the answer. I'm not going to give you an answer. I don't. If I don't know the answer to something, I just say I don't know. So that's the issue. I don't know. I haven't heard of any news of it getting delayed, but
there you go. MechWarrior 5 Clans on their website says October the 3rd, 2024.
Okay, so from my knowledge, there have been no delays. All right, though. Sounds like we've answered all the questions. But yes, I will schedule next week's schedule, probably on Sunday or Monday. I might take an extra day off, though, because I got to clean up the house. Like, at the beginning of the month, I typically clean up the house, and I have been a procrastinator on cleaning up the house. So I might do that in order to clean up the house. But anyways, thank you guys for being such a real audience. Thank you guys for all of the membership donations. Thank you guys for participating in the questions. But it's time for the sheriff and I to get out of here. So as usual, deuces everyone. And remember that you don't have to be good to get good.